Yeah, listen. The angle is such of that I don't have a tripod. I just got this camera. I don't know if you'll notice, but we are in real high definition. So, I mean, if you really want to get a good look at my skin, the foundation reviews are about to get that much more wild. But you're here for a hair review. We're not here for that, right? So take a good look at the follicles. Here's what we're starting off with. Just a little history. This is already a red-ish light brown color now, right? Because I got it done by a professional so that it would all be even on the first go around. And then maintenance wise and also whole recolor wise, I'm gonna try and do it myself. If you look at my past videos, I've dyed my hair a bunch of times. We've failed a bunch of times. We've had success stories. I'm not doing something incredibly difficult. Here's my root situation. I got my hair fully colored in February 14th ish and or 15th ish, and now it's April 8th, something like that. So we're almost 2 months of growth, honestly. Almost. We're gonna give this but yeah, it's 6 weeks. That's about how much time you should let pass right before you retouch. I want my roots to grow out my natural dark brown color because I'm pretty certain that I'm going to get hot roots, right? So I wanted to start off with as much darkness as possible to avoid that, because a lot of people would then start off at the end and then do the roots last. I don't know how the hell you're going to color all of your hair and then save the roots last and separate and do all of that. That's crazy. I'm so sorry I'm rambling. Just wanted to give you a little bit of backstory. You're probably skipping past this. If you're tuning in now, here are the colors that I'm using, straight and up front. It is, yes, cosmetologists beware, L'Oreal Paris, the Feria Power Reds. Okay, so if you don't want to have this color in your hair, or you're going with black or something like that, and you think you're gonna regret it and remove it later, don't use this stuff, okay? If you're gonna get it corrected in a professional salon later, just don't use this stuff. It's apparently a bitch and a half to get rid of. So, but I've used this before, and I have a review if you want to look back at it where I just used this, and it was wonderful and orange and glorious. But I'm going to use a whole box of the C74 Intense Copper and half of the Red 57 Intense Medium Auburn. And I'm just wanting more of a reddish toned orangey color. Not just orange, a little more red in there, but I don't like all red hair. Personally on me, so that's where we're starting off with. My hair's looking healthy-ish still so far, and I'm just gonna add that on top of it. Oh, and I started off with natural hair before I went to the hair colorist in Japan, and she didn't put bleach on my hair. She just put the hair color because she thought it would take on quite well, and it kind of did. So here we are. So let's get started. Alright, sorry. I was watching the H3 podcast with Terry Joe as a special guest, so that's going to be really helping me make the time fly by. Here's my hair. I'm just doing 2 things up here in a clip. I'm going to hit the bottom. I'm going to take this off because I cherish it too much, but I just wanted to show you the color of the dye. That, hopefully you can get a good view. That is the concoction, the mixture, and a toothpaste. And we're gonna apply that to my hair. I'm not gonna show it because it's gonna be a lot of dye everywhere. I don't want to touch the camera. But here it is. Maybe after I'm done, I'll take a video. And then I'll wash it out. And then we'll be done. Good evening. Yeah, this is where we're at. I am in the last 5 minutes. Sorry, let me clarify also, I didn't tell you guys about the mix process. I literally did everything that you needed to do for a complete dyeing application of the copper color. And of the red one, I used half of the number 1, okay? Half of the developer, half of the color booster, as best as I could determine was being half, if not a little less, because, you know, the red's more rich, dark. It's gonna more easily influence, I don't know what the right term is here, the copper color. So like, you know, I'm gonna use shit ton more copper color to like get it back to that color versus like the red. I only need a little bit more to really add that dimension and that darkness there, that red tinge to it. So I tried to use at least like a little less than half of everything. And then I mixed it all, and it was enough to cover all my hair, and then like that much of the bottom of that little mixing bowl. That was what was left. And I used that. Okay, so after I was done applying my hair, and it did take at least like 15-20 minutes, so that was like the whole developing process. But now that it's all over my head, I waited 20 minutes. You're supposed to wait 25 minutes for full developing, but it was already on my head, you know, I was like kind of like touching up here and there, blah, blah, blah. It definitely took at least 5 minutes to just top it all off and make everything as moist as possible. Okay, like wet. It doesn't have to look covered, just covered. You have to like make it wet for even coverage. So I did that. Saran wrapped my hair because, and a shock wrap is easier, guys, and it's better to more loosely pile your hair than tightly do it, but I forgot to get a shower cap. So, and thank God these boxes come with gloves because I never remember to grab them. Okay, I never remember to get the gloves. So, and then in the last 5 minutes, I just did my eyebrows because I have Auburn eyebrow mascara, so I can touch it up. I didn't want my eyebrows to look crazy and light forever. So doing it for actually like 10 minutes would ruin them for me, I think. And I'm gonna wash it off, and then I'll show you it when it's dry. It's crazy. Let's just take a look at the results, and this is just straight after my multiple shampooings, but it's just one night. You know, this is the immediate color that came out. Okay, it's definitely a bit more vibrant, but my hair still smells like hair dye, so this isn't going to last. This is going to go away in a few days, like this vibrancy probably. Of course very shiny, but it's probably going to dry out over time, especially at the ends. But I just want to give you guys a look out as to what the base is. Definitely more red leaning, but you can see the orange coming through, and that's the color I kind of want to lean more into and end up with at the end of the day. So we're starting out really good. That's why I went darker, because this is going to lighten like no other very soon. You can do like touch-up colors along the way, like little semi-permanent dyes to refresh, obviously. But I don't know, it's a lot of work, kind of. It's staining. I like to take quick showers, you know, all that stuff. So I'm not gonna do much upkeep other than just like re-dyeing every 6-ish weeks. And yeah, here's my roots. Here's what my roots are looking like. It looks even enough. It's not the most even, I'm gonna be honest, but I picked a really safe color for that to happen. It's not gonna be anything jarring. I can still wear my hair down. No one's gonna look at it like, ooh, that is a bad dye job. Let me show you outside. I'm playing around with the aperture a little bit so that you can get a bit more of an accurate color, because it's still red leaning, auburn. With slight copper vibes peeking through, as well as any part that I may have missed. Maybe if you can see like this kind of area. But yeah, there you go. That's what mixing those two look like. Are we surprised? Are we not? Is this what we expected? Yeah. Okay. Well, I really like it. Hope this helps you if you're thinking of doing the same thing. Couldn't find too many people doing this, actually. I think I found like one other woman. I can't find her name. But I was literally looking on like YouTube and TikTok and everything, and I found like one other person that did this same exact combo wombo. Turned out really nice. So if you are looking for a copper color that's a little deeper, a little richer, not just straight up intense orange, but you don't mind going there at the end of the day, if you know what I mean, like fading into that gradually, but are wanting the more of that red tone immediately, then this is it. Then yeah, I definitely recommend doing 1 part orange and then, you know, half a box. If your hair is not any more thicker or longer than mine. If it is, then you're just gonna have to get 2 of those boxes of orange, okay? And then you can just up the red dye. How'd that ratio work? Almost half-half. Yeah, if you have any longer or thicker hair than me, then you're just going to want to play it safe, okay? So you're gonna get the 2 boxes of the orange, same ratio, right? 1 part to a half part of the other one. So if you're getting 2 boxes, well, congratulations, you just saved yourself a lot of measuring. You could just do 2 boxes of the orange and 1 box of the darker red, and you'll end up with very similar results as me. If you started off with hair color like mine, let's not forget, if you have any lighter blonde hair, then it's probably gonna show up a lot brighter, okay? Maybe you need a little more red to bring you down to that 5 level. But at the very least, you know, you're not going for an ash brown color, so your hair's not gonna turn green and disgusting. It's just gonna be very red leaning. And that's not the worst thing in the world if you're into having red hair anyway, right? Okay, so yeah, this is the end of it. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you later.